Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Season 2, Episode 4, is the best of the show's run thus far, thanks to strong character development, an epic scale, and intriguing flashbacks. Percy Jackson Season 2, Episode 3 began to convey the source material in the way I envisioned it when I read it for the first time as a child. Percy Jackson Season 2's cast has improved, with the tone growing more mature with its actors. Season 2, Episode 4 continues this. As Percy, Annabeth, Tyson, and Clarice venture into the Sea of Monsters, what ensues is a thrilling installment, with the show at its most ambitious and its most narratively intriguing. Percy Jackson and the Olympians already had strong characters, but the added depth that Season 2 has is going a long way. Clarice is a much more well-rounded character in the show than she was in the book, with Season 2, Episode 4, exploring her sense of honor and heart beneath the gruff exterior, despite these elements being masked by her god of war bravado. Dior Goodjohn is especially good here, with some split-second emotional decisions being made in the climax that the actor sells well. Percy himself also feels much more like his book counterpart this season, with Episode 4 typifying that. Scobell plays Percy with a much more cocky and equally silly confidence. Then there are the flashbacks to Annabeth's time traveling with Luke and Thalia. Not only does this flesh out Annabeth's sibling-like relationship with the two, but it is also a neat way to involve Arian Simhadri as Grover this season, giving him more to do than the original book allowed. Fleshing out Thalia and Luke is also a benefit of these flashbacks, allowing Percy Jackson and the Olympians to show why Luke is so jaded, but why he can also be sympathetic. Overall, despite not being much longer than most episodes, Percy Jackson Season 2, Episode 4 manages to enrich its characters and provide more depth to them than most others. The character work in Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2, Episode 4 is some of the show's best, with the ambitious final set piece rising to match it. The central cast must sail between the ancient Greek monsters Charybdis and Scylla. What follows is an excellent action sequence set in a thrashing ocean. The scene goes beyond Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters scale to deliver some true blockbuster entertainment. Clarice uses her ship's weaponry to fire at one monster while her undead crewmates avoid another. Meanwhile, Annabeth and Percy try to turn the tide of the battle, leading to some incredibly ambitious long takes as chaos unfolds. This allows for the most visceral, entertaining, genuinely exciting action sequence in the show thus far. Nothing yet has matched at the scale of this episode's climax, with this boding well for future seasons. Percy gets his hero moment too, allowing the massive Gleek adventure children read decades ago to come to life in a way they could only have dreamed of. Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2, Episode 4 is the best installment the show has put out yet. If the season, and indeed the show as a whole, continues to try and raise the bar set here, we are in for a true epic by the time Season 5 rolls around.